and compared to your goals in the game, what you were trying to do against them, not necessarily what the final score was,
yeah.
the yardage was.
Well, the biggest thing was getting off the field, and we did a good job of that, early. Not allowing them to, really get a running game started. They had a tendency to get people off balance and put them on their heels, and when they do that, they're talented enough that they can get at you. So our kids, had a good understanding of what they were going to do offensively, and went out and executed. And it was a physical ball game like we expected it to be, and our kids, hung in there and fought and did their part to make it a physical game. So kind of like what we expected that part of it to be.
Did you have expectations before the season that Ryan Baker would be this good, especially rushing the quarterback?
Gary.
Well, we thought that there was a possibility. You don't ever know 100% until they get game situations and get it done. But he's come on and I told Ryan last week. I really think he's turned the corner. And there's he's not complete yet, and he understands that. There's things he's got to improve. There's mistakes that he's going to eliminate, and he's going to be a better player than he is right now. But I'm delighted, with where he is now. He gives us some energy. He gives us an athlete that has some suddenness, and that's what you have to be able to rush the passer.
Coach Ryan just said that he doesn't think any guards can block him. Is that something you kind of saw going into the week, that if you blitz him in that hole, he's going to beat a guard?
Well, we knew that blitz that we'd worked, and you show him a look, you show him a look, and then you change it up, and we felt like he was going to come clean.
Would you term it a delayed blitz? Would you term it that way or not?
Pardon me?
Would you categorize that as a delayed blitz, or would you not?
Well, it's we got blitzes that look very similar, but they change, and it's not a delayed blitz, but his posture will tell the guard that he's doing the same thing he's probably done 3 or 4 times in a row, and then it's totally different.
How serious is the injury? Brandon Taylor and Morris Claiborne, both those guys?
Don't know yet. They're being evaluated, and our medical people will release that information, and we'll just see. Certainly those guys did a good job for us. It's amazing you lose a guy like Brandon Taylor, and then you got true freshmen out there playing in the secondary, and those guys did a great job for us, and that's because they've had the opportunity and played some all year long, and that experience showed up for them tonight.
Have they gotten better and better? Is Reed, Simon, Matthew guys that you saw in the preseason said, I know they can play?
There's no question. You look and see how many people are playing true freshmen, particularly in the secondary, and those guys have done a great job for us all year. We're pleased with what they've got done. Now, would we like to have been playing with other guys? There's no question. But those guys are good players, and they're getting that experience that they need.
The freshman group, was there someone today who played a lot more than you ever thought he might have today, or had to be thrown into a role?
Well, I think Reed did. I think and he's played some on and off all year. He's gained some good experience. But in a game of this nature, you'd hope that you wouldn't have to play him that much. But hey, he got the job done. We're proud of it, and certainly that's a big statement for him. It's a big statement for Cooper, having him ready to play. And we haven't been afraid to put him in there all year. You go back even to the North Carolina game, and sometimes you got to do that. You may take a blow here and there, but in the long run, it's going to make you a better football team, and it showed up today because they've gained that experience.
John, you guys didn't give up a lot of big plays today. You made him go the hard way, earn it, and go the distance. Grand scheme, how big was that to you today?
Oh, it's big. I mean, that's the thing that we've pointed to all year. I mean, and when we say we don't give up big plays, you know that we still going to pressure people, but you pressure people and you avoid the big plays and you do the things that you want, or trying to do defensively. And we had to pressure. We didn't, we were not getting there, with a 4-man rush today. So we had to pressure some. But the fact that you don't give up big plays give you an opportunity to win football games. And if you give up big plays, usually what you're going to be in the locker room talking about, well, we played pretty good except for 3 plays.
Right.
And usually when you say that, you get your butt whipped.
Les is fearless when it comes. He will, and some of the kids were talking about it. A lot of coaches don't have the guts, the courage to make some of the calls he makes. Coaching from the defensive perspective with a guy like that, how neat is that? I mean, what's that like?
Well, it's great. I mean, here's a guy that obviously has accomplished a lot. I mean, you know what he's accomplished, and you look at his record. Here's a guy that works at it. That when you say have the guts to do that, he knows, percentage-wise, what he can get. And to be quite honest with you, he's looked at it enough, and it's a good percentage that he's going with that play's going to be there.
So it's more of a science maybe than people would realize looking on.
Yeah, it's not anything that he just pulls out of his hat. He knows, he studies, he's worked it, and you know, I'll be honest with you. You know, the guy's a brilliant guy when it comes to, you know, strategy in football games, and you know, it's not just pulling things out of his hat. He knows what he's doing.